The CMA fell short this year. There should have been female candidates in this election. Improvements in the pay gap, sexism, harassment, and racism require individuals with lived experience to be around decision-making tables. As your president, I'd pour my heart into making this a reality. As an Indigenous person, I've experienced racism. I've also experienced ableism. In grade school, I was labeled as developmentally delayed, and my parents were told I'd never graduate high school. I know what it feels like to have self-doubt and experience barriers to leadership growth. Sponsors are someone you look up to who resolve self-doubt and dismantle those barriers. They identify opportunities, assist with strategy and navigation, and reassure when self-doubt resurfaces. Sponsorship works. I have sponsored many female and Indigenous colleagues in their own leadership journeys. As president, I'd engaged the Past Presidents Network to become more active in sponsorship. Intent and aspiration for equity, diversity, and inclusion is no longer enough. We need to achieve it. I've been lifted and amplified through my leadership journey by sponsors. Lifting and amplifying through sponsorship is how I achieve inclusion. Physicians are co-designers in the architecture of effective patient care decisions. In a similar way, health system decision makers are co-designers in the architecture of physician behavior. Austerity has led to scarcity, so it's no surprise that physicians are considering private and corporate options. How can we ensure a strong public health system, fully supported by Canada's doctors? Co-design better health systems. Physician mobility across provincial boundaries through national licensure. Trainees and practicing physicians making informed, data-driven decisions regarding skills development and employability. Reasonable and sustainable working environments built around teams and maximizing scope of practice. Restorative approaches to patient harm and creating safe spaces for physicians to share issues and concerns. Together, these create environments where physicians have greater choice, where we feel valued, and where patient-centered care becomes easy, not hard. Austerity has not led to sustainability. Let's shift that focus so Canada's doctors choose the public health system because there's no other place we'd rather be. For 4 years, I co-led one of the most ambitious Indigenous health transformation initiatives in Canadian history, the Indigenous Health Alliance. With leadership of over 150 First Nations across 3 provinces, along with nonprofits and medical organizations, we created a new path towards change. Through lived experience, I can tell you that these gaps are real, and they must be closed. The number of Indigenous peoples living in urban centers will continue to rise. This is a young population, so long-term sustainable solutions are required. Health services such as patient navigation, primary care, and non-clinical supports like language translation, transportation, accommodation, and patient advocacy are all delivered through these community Indigenous organizations. Funding is often small and inconsistent, but they are still having a major impact. For example, more than 100 friendship centers are funded nationally with just over $40 million in funding. Yes, I would address this as president. I'd also bring 2 decades of stakeholder relationships, lived experience, and system understanding to make sure my efforts had impact.